Hi everyone, welcome to the channel and my name is Manish Tiwari. In this video, we are going to talk about development in DevOps. How much development is required, which kind of language you have to learn about, and why I am creating this video, because most of the time when there is a call scheduled with you guys, I received the same question that should we go with the development part as well, should I learn the Python, should I learn Java, or what kind of programming language or shell scripting we should learn. So I'm going to talk about these things in detail in this particular video. If you want to know the concept, if you want to know the things that how much development we utilize in real DevOps project, what kind of work we do in terms of development, then you should watch this video. And if you are not interested, then you can skip this too. So let's continue and watch till the end. Before I get into more depth about the development work, let's talk about the interview preparation too. We offer different kind of services that you can explore over the TopMate, including your DevOps interview preparation bootcamp, DevOps training if you are completely beginner, and mock interview, resume preparation, guidance, mentorship. Different kind of services we have been offering on TopMate. You can find out, or you can directly reach out to us as well. So this you can like explore, you can find out the details, you can do inquiry, and you can enroll if you are interested into that. You can even avail the previous batch recording as well. Now let's come to the point what I started with, the development part. How much development is required in DevOps project, and do you really need to know about the development, or you can skip that part too. So talking about the DevOps thing specifically, you will have to at least know the development part where you understand the code itself. Just suppose that code is already written there, some automation is already developed there, so you should at least know that this development is for this particular purpose. Once you know that, that is enough. And when you know, then you should also know that if it requires, you can also write down the code. So talking about which language should you adopt or which language should you start with, you can start with the Python language. You can like go through some syntax. You can practice writing some of the programming language as well, or some of the automation you can develop. And specifically in terms of DevOps, what kind of automation, what kind of development we do. Either you might be working on some kind of POC where you need to develop your sample application, you can say. And with this sample application, you are going to establish the connectivity with the different managed services or any different application. You need to sometimes check out the client code as well. So that kind of work you will be doing with the help of any programming language. Additional to that, you can also work on some automation part. And when I say about the automation, you can be like working on some automation where you can automatically rotate the credentials. And if you remember, I have already talked about these things in detail about automatic rotation of secret managers, automatic start and stop of the databases. So what kind of automation these are and why do we utilize? This is utilized for cost saving. So when just considering this scenario about the auto start and auto stop of the database, when you have a like production and non-production databases, 20 or 30 number of databases, out of which only 10 are production and rest of the 20 databases are non-production, like staging, QA and other environments. So when you have to automatically start these things, when you have to automatically stop these things, you can develop automation. You can write down your code in Python language, which can automatically list down all the databases, all the servers which are in your AWS account. And it can filter out those databases which are non-production, those servers which are non-production, and based on your logic, it can filter out the status of the instances, the database instances and EC2 instances both. Once you figure out this, with the help of the status, you can call other functions as well. And if you want to find out the code related to which I'm just explaining right now about the automation, you can find out it on public repository as well. The public repository which starts with Manish Krishna Vimal, and you can find out that repository link in description too. So you can do similar kind of automation with the help of Python language, which can ultimately save your cost in project, and it can be a kind of achievement for you when you are working as a DevOps engineer. Second kind of automation, what you can do with the Python language or any other programming language, automatic rotation of credentials. What does that mean? That means you have a production system, production databases, and this database password you have shared with the different teams or the different team members. But since it's a production one, you do not want it to be vulnerable. So you want it to be more secured. You want the credentials to be rotated after a certain time. So what you can do, you can create a Lambda function. That Lambda function will be having your programming language code, either developed in Python or Java, and this code will connect to the database based on the credentials what you have stored in the secret manager. It will fetch the credentials, it will connect to the database, and once it is connected, then it will rotate the credentials based on your logic only. All these logics you are going to write in programming language. Once you have developed the logic, it will connect, it will check. Once it is tested, then it will rotate. Once again it will test the connectivity, and once connectivity is established, then it will update the secret manager with the new credentials which has been updated through programming language. So this kind of automation related to security, related to cost optimization, you can develop. And this is where we actually utilize programming language. Sometimes in POC where you will develop simple applications, sometimes in automation where you will do cost saving related automation, sometimes automation where you will do security related automation with the help of programming language. So this is what we do in terms of programming. So it's not that you completely need to know about the DSA things, just like how developers developer has to know each and everything related to programming, correct? You do not need to be expert in programming, but at least you should be knowing the facts, how you can utilize the code, how can you build the logic, and how can you utilize syntax. Same goes with this scripting language as well, like bash scripting or any other scripting if we are going with. You should know the syntax. If requires, you can develop the automation. So these kind of things are required while you are going to work as a DevOps engineer, while you are going to join any organization as a DevOps engineer. If you want to explore our interview related services or mock interview or training related services, you can just explore via TalkMate, or if you are directly interested to reach out to us, you can drop WhatsApp message on the number which is on the screen, and the same number you can find out in the description too. So if you want any specific topic on which I should create any separate video, you can just drop that particular topic in comment section, and I will be creating another separate video on that too. Let's meet in the next video. Till the time, thank you. Bye bye.